Staying with us on Blitz, we're still here at Dawson County. We've got two of the Dawson County soccer players, senior Kenna Seitz, senior Chris Bywaletz. I think I got that right. Guys, thank you so much for skipping class and being with us on Blitz.
Yes, sir.
Anytime.
All right, so let's talk first of all just about how awesome this season has gone for you. Girls, you guys, girls and boys, been state ranked, within the top 5 all season long. You're 12-1 this year. Boys are 11-2. Talk about just your overall feelings on the success you've had this year.
It's pretty good. Like, I didn't expect coming into this year that we were going to have that success because we are such a young team. And just to see that we're actually rolling and doing things that we're supposed to do is just really amazing to see that we're having that chemistry already.
Yeah, I kind of felt the same way. Going into the season, I wasn't quite sure, just with a lot of new players coming in, and whether we'd be able to be successful as a team. I knew we had a bunch of successful players, but I didn't know whether we'd be able to come together as a team, and then being able to pull through and turn out to be this amazing team unit and push through. It's been a fantastic season so far.
And you guys both are on the defensive end of the ball, and you especially, you are a goalkeeper, and that's played, very much so into your team's success this year because only 8 goals allowed for the boys, 8 for the girls. So you guys both have a lot to do with that, you being a defender. Talk about the defense and how awesome you guys have been this year.
Coach Lacey's always emphasized the importance of defense, and most other teams it's always, all the glory goes to the offense, whoever scores. But he does give so much credit to the defense because we're the ones keeping the ball out of the goal, and it's been really nice being able to be such an important part of the team, and I think that's what allows us to have such success is people want to be in defense and people want to be that important part of the team.
Kind of what Chris said, like the defense is a very important part, and people are dying to play there. They're fighting for that position, and whenever people fight for that, you have a really good defense. And as a goalkeeper, I see how they work and everything, and I haven't touched the ball in 4 games. That's how good they are.
It's a lot of pressure off for you, though. Now talk about the team chemistry on both sides because, when you see a team that's had as much success, team chemistry plays a role in there somewhere.
Yeah, team chemistry is very important on any team that you want to go far into state. I mean, you have to have that, and for everyone to like each other and not have bickering and stuff is just amazing, and it just makes for a good, well-root team.
No, we have really good chemistry on the boys' team. Again, I was really surprised at the beginning when we came together as a team, and all the guys are able to support each other, though. Our quarrels are at least to a minimum. There's always going to be conflict, but we work it out well as a team. We're able to come together, especially during game time, and put great minutes forward and make it show on the scoreboard.
Now, both of you kind of share, how does that cross over? Because I know with the basketball teams, they were out supporting each other night in, night out, and that was really awesome to see two teams that, that show that support for each other. Talk about that with the soccer program.
We're very much the same way. During practice, we all practice together. If we split up defense and offense, it's defense guys and girls, and offense guys and girls. We can all play together. We all love each other, as it shows in some relationships. But we have a really good entire team unity, both varsity guys, varsity girls, even down to the JV level. We're supporting them to come up and replace us as we graduate.
I mean, Chris kind of said it all there. I mean, we do support each other in everything. We support each other in being good at soccer and having good relationships, and just all around we're just supportive.
And let's move on and talk about the Jekyll Island tournament that you guys played in. That had to play some kind of impact on your season so far this year. Great job both your teams did going down there and just doing a clean sweep. Both of you went 3-0. Talk about that experience and what that meant for your team.
Well, Jekyll Island was the first time I actually played back because I was playing basketball in state tournament, and I didn't know what I was getting when I came back, and I went into the first game kind of nervous because I didn't know how rusty I was going to be or how bad the team was, but I ended up realizing that they were a pretty good team and that it was nice to know that I had a good team in front of me so we could have a good season, and Jekyll was really just an eye-opener to me to see that we're good enough to do this.
Yeah, Jekyll really surprised me, honestly. We went down there and we played some really big teams. Cedar Shoals was an amazing team, and we stepped the level that we played at up. I haven't seen us play that well yet that entire season. And then Jekyll, we brought everything, and we put 100. Every single player put 110% in, and it showed in the score and in the fun we had too. Coming back with 3 wins was amazing for our confidence and amazing for our team spirit. So
now let's talk a little of expectations. And maybe it could be unfair, but I mean, every year you guys are expected to make the state playoffs at this point. That's a lot of pressure. The boys have made it 6 years in a row, girls 4 out of the last 5. Talk about having to deal with that pressure.
Yeah, the pressure's really rough because even coming in, it's not even that we think about it by the end of the season. We're thinking about it first game already. Is everything, every single time our team breaks down, we break down on state because that's where we're going. And we have the pressure of all of the years before. I know I've played for 4 years now, and all 3 years previous we've made it to state. So the pressure's there to continue holding that bar for soccer in Dawson County. So we have to maintain our goals and dreams. So
the pressure is ridiculous here. Everyone's expected to go to state now. It wasn't like this 4 years ago. 4 years ago, our record would have been amazing. Like, everybody would have been so proud of us. And now we're still getting yelled at constantly because we could do better. We could achieve more. And the fact that that's like that is really amazing because we can be better, but we're still really good now. And to be expected to go to state is awesome. It's not a bad thing. It's just something to be proud of because everyone knows you can do it. And when you do it, everybody rewards you, and it's just amazing.
What amazes me about the whole thing is that this isn't a year that Dawson County jumps up from Class 2A to 3A, and usually you see teams kind of have those growing pains to have to jump up. And I know some of the teams you're playing are teams you played before, but then you're lumping yourself in with Buford and North Hall. Some powerful programs, and 7 AAA on both sides is got to be the toughest in the state. I mean, very much so. Talk about having to go in and play that level and still have the record that you're talking about now and still not even be satisfied with that in a way. That's awesome.
Well, I mean, a lot of that goes to our coach last year. He kind of made it to where we were already knowing what we were going to play because we played everyone in this region already last year, and because he knew we were moving up, and it really helped us because it's not like we're going into it like thinking they're amazing and we need to we're gonna get killed. We're not, because we played all of them last year and we did well against most of them, and it's kind of, I mean, I just want to thank the coach for that because he really helped us on that.
yeah, we definitely have a hard time competing, or we don't have a hard time, but we do have a hard region, and it is difficult knowing that you're never going to have an easy game in region. Every single team you're going to play in region is going to be difficult and is going to put up their best fight because every single one of them stands a chance of moving on to state. And even then, after we move out of region, our first round is playing private schools. So even that's difficult then, is you don't get a break after region. You go to state, and our first round is our hardest round. So it's definitely a lot of pressure because of how hard our region is.
Now, Kenna, this next question is for you. This is what, a couple of years ago, we covered White County high school sports too, and they had a year, which I like to call the Year of the Warrior, where every sport across the board was top-notch. Almost every one of them went on to the state playoffs. And then this year is exactly the same for Dawson County, but even at a higher level. It's not just getting to state, but actually making a run for the state championship. And you've been able to experience that on 3 different fronts now, with softball making the state playoffs, basketball with that incredible run all the way to the state title game, and then this year it looks like your soccer team has a great chance to go a long way as well. Talk about being able to experience that in your senior year. That has to be an incredible feeling. It's
definitely amazing to experience that. It's something you'll never forget for the rest of your life. And softball, we went to the Sweet 16, and we didn't make it further than that, but then I went straight to basketball, and then we worked, and we got all the way to the state playoffs. And it was just a Cinderella story on that because no one thought we would be able to do that. No one expected us to be there. We had people still cutting us down saying we didn't deserve to be there, even whenever we were about to play the state game. And for me to be doing it in soccer too, and hopefully to make a huge run in state, is just amazing. And I mean, I will never be able to forget this experience because it's just something that nobody gets to do. Right. So.
Now, Chris, for you, talk about the way that you've been able to, from what I understand, you're a top 5 in your class academically. Talk about having to live up to the expectations and pressure on the soccer field, for one, and then turn around and be, you know, one of the top students here at Dawson County High School academically. That's got to be pretty difficult.
Yeah, it's tough balancing time because practice takes time every day. Games are late. It's rough balancing the amount of academics you have to do with the sports and still maintain top performance in both, because you're coming home late from soccer games and going to school the next morning. But I mean, I think the reason I'm able to succeed in academics is because of the sports I play, because I play fall soccer and cross country, and then spring soccer, and it keeps me focused and keeps me going towards my goals in college then. So.
That's good that you said that, because that's where I'm going next, and this will be the last question for you guys, and you'll be off the hot seat. But talk about your collegiate plans, maybe pursuing soccer, the opportunity to do that, or academically, or whatever.
Yeah, I got a few different college offers for soccer to smaller schools. I decided, however, to go to UGA. It's going to be for my academics. However, even though they don't have an official school soccer team, I'm still planning on trying out for the school club team they have there, and they still play all over the United States, different colleges. So the hopes to make that team and continue playing soccer in college. I just went with the academic path because that's, even though I love soccer and I will play it no matter what, the academic is my strength. So. Do
you have any idea what your future holds on career choice?
I'm planning on majoring in mathematics, and I want to be a financial analyst or operations specialist, something like that. Just I want to make lots of money and be really happy that way. So.
There you go. All right, so Kenna, for you, I know you had an opportunity to sign to play soccer at the next level. Talk about that, and also with that, integrate in how you had to make that choice between basketball, softball, and soccer, having to go with soccer, and just what that process was like and being able to get that out of the way.
Well, I'm excited to play at the next level. It's definitely an awesome opportunity, and I have to thank Coach for that, basically, because he really worked his butt off to help me get that, and I think he was the only coach that really does most of that in the school. And I could have maybe played soccer, or softball. I don't think I could have went anywhere with basketball, but I chose soccer because I love it, and it's just something that I would love to play. And I'm going to a junior college, and I hope after 2 years I can transfer to a bigger college like Katie Pritchard did. And, I mean, I'm just hoping to succeed in what I want to do later.
Well, guys, thank you so much for being on Blitz today, and thanks for stepping out of class and coming down here to be on Blitz. And we appreciate it, and congrats on a great year for both of you, and we look forward to seeing how well you guys do throughout the rest of the year.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
When we come back, we're going to have one more interview with you, then back in the studio for our Player of the Week.